Hey there, it's Anna. Welcome to the kitchen today. I am getting some seeds started for the fall garden, and I wanted to take you through how I'm going to be starting them inside because these are cool weather crops, so they need to be indoors to get going, and then we'll get them outside for the growing season. So first step I need to do is just figure out how many of each thing I'm going to grow. I did a whole video with more details on all of these varieties, but I'll kind of go through with you as well as I try to decide what to grow. So this tray I'm going to do with mostly greens, and I'm going to do them in these little plug trays. So probably like 3 seeds maybe of lettuces in these trays. I'm gonna do some outrageous lettuce. Maybe I'll do a row of those. And I've got some for Ellenschluss. I am going to start a couple kales. So I'm gonna do some feathered frills. Really pretty, awesome kale. Some arugulas. I think these will all go great in these little trays. And what I found with growing in any kind of tray like this is you just want to kind of think of plants that have similar speed of growth. I don't want to put anything in here that's going to grow like way faster than all the rest, because then I'm going to be trying to like pull those seedlings out, and that's just going to make it a lot more complicated. Same with something super slow, so like spinach. I'm going to do some Viroflay spinach, and this grows so slow, so I'm going to do this in a different kind of seed in here. So spinach is going to go in here. Collards are probably going to be a bigger, faster, different kind of seedling. They're going to be here. Cabbage, my Swiss chard, may have room over there, we'll see. And then some mustard greens. I have a giant red mustard, Zuna mustard. I loved this giant red mustard. I talked about this in the other video, but oh my gosh, like what a beautiful plant. If you want like a gorgeous plant growing in your garden all winter. For me, it overwintered. I'm in zone 7A, and it completely overwintered and was stunning the whole season. So definitely doing some of that. My leeks experiment. I think that'll be here. Okay. And then I have calendula and some violas. And again, violas are going to grow super slow probably. So I don't want to put them into a tray where they're not going to grow as fast as everything else. What I'm going to use to start these seedlings are actually paper cups, which I found are some of my favorite ways to grow seeds. What I have are just some basic paper cups. These are, I think, maybe like 8-ounce cups. It doesn't say. 9 ounces. What I love about paper cups are that they're super cheap. You don't have to worry about storing them after the season. You can just recycle them or compost them. You can write on the side what you're growing, so that makes it super simple. The first step I usually do is I'll get a seed tray, because you want to have something underneath your seedlings no matter what you're growing in, to make sure that you don't have just like water spilling everywhere when you're watering your seedlings. And I'll put all my cups in and just see how many I can fit into whatever tray I'm doing. Okay, so now I've got them set up here, and then I'm gonna figure out how many of each of these things I'm growing, and then I'll write down their names on the cups. I know I want to do 6 heads of collard greens because I want these to be a big backdrop in the the back of my raised beds. I got a couple raised beds, so then I can just take a Sharpie and write on them. The other piece of really important information you need about growing in cups is you need to put drainage in here. And what I do very carefully, I use a knife and just push down, go all the way through, and I'll do like a little like cross hatch. And that works really well for me. I have found that these hold up, you know, for your whole seed starting season. So like, you know, if you have your cups, like when you start seeds in the spring, you know, you start them 8 weeks in advance. these cups will hold up for 8 weeks, no problem. They start to get maybe like a little kind of, you know, funky by the end, but nothing that's like hard to deal with. I've never had one, you know, completely fall apart and cause a mess with my seedlings. Okay, so I'm gonna label these. And I love this part of it because I don't know about you, but plant tags drive me nuts, and creating plant tags for every single little seedling is so annoying. And then if one dies, you've got this plant tag. Yeah, this to me is just so much easier. If I don't do this, what I found happens is I just don't label things. And we all know how that goes. That's never good. I'm really trying to stay to 2 seed trays because I don't want to have just a ton of seedlings. I want to keep this manageable, and all of these seedlings are going to be started under grow lights because they need to be in this the cool temperatures. They need to be in the house where it's cold. Okay, oh, now we've got to really see what we're gonna do here. I think I'm gonna do 4 mustard greens. Oh, I'm gonna have to reevaluate. 4 mustard greens, 3 cabbages, the calendula, and the violas may need to go over in this tray. Okay, so now I have my just got dirt all over myself. So now I have my potting mix in here. This is just a regular potting mix. I didn't use seed starting mix this time. Over the winter, I used all seed starting mix, and I honestly had a harder time with my seedlings. I think that, you know, the potting mix has all these goodies and things in it. It has some nutrients, and in my experience, that helps the seedlings. So I did just put regular potting mix into all of these trays. And so now that I've got, sorry, I had to go get girly girl up. She woke up from her nap, my daughter. So now that I've got them filled up with soil, and this is a little bit, there's a little bit of water in this, but they're not super, super wet. I'm going to just start planting the seeds. And I'm planting seeds, yeah. All right, I had to get girly girl set up so she can watch. So for the mustard greens, I'm going to do just about 3 seeds in each cell, spaced apart as much as I can. Hold it carefully. There's your seed. Thank you. So 3 seeds. Good job. In each cell. Girly girl's planting some in the other cell, so we'll see what comes up. And then 3 in here. Just a second. Okay. And I probably won't thin those seedlings. Okay. You want some more seeds? Okay. Put your hands up. All right, put those in. So then for the cabbage, I'm going to do 2 seeds in each cell because these are older seeds, maybe even 2 or 3, but I will thin these down to just about 1. Here you go. I will thin the cabbage out to 1, and the cabbage needs to be pressed down. It is a little bit bigger seed, so it does need to be covered by a little bit of soil. The mustards I'm just gonna press in. They, you know, they're still a very small seed, so just a little bit of covered. There you go. I'm just giving her little pieces of dirt so that she can feel like she's planting. Then we're gonna do the tiger eye violas, which these I'm going to plant a few seeds in each. I have 2 cells set out for them. And I'm just gonna put like a few of the seeds into each one so that I can go back in, and I'll probably divide them, and then I can spread these out over the garden. But this way I can get a bunch started and then I'll deal with separating them. Here, you wanna hold the seed packet? I'll deal with separating them once they've grown up a little bit, and they are very small, so I'm just gonna press those in. And let's see, the last one is the Morris Heading collards. Again, like the cabbage, I want these to be one head of collard greens in each one. So I'm just gonna do a couple seeds, knowing I'm going to thin each of these cells once they come up. Now, for all the lettuce greens, I am going to do a mix of like maybe 3, 5 at the most seeds, probably just like 3 because these are pretty small in each cell. I'm not going to worry about it too much because I want them to come up in like a little bunch. I'm going to use them as like just little baby greens basically. So I want to have a really thickly sown set of all of those. So that's how I'm going to do these, just a bunch in each cell. Okay, I will be honest, I probably put in more than 5 or 3 lettuces in some of those lettuce containers. It's hard with the little seeds. Just finishing up, I'm doing the calendula last. Calendula seeds are so wild. They look like fossils or something. It's just crazy. I'll do 2 in each cell, just in case. I usually do 2 seedlings in each cell. It's just if you're gonna go to the trouble of doing all this, it's nice to know that you're gonna have success. And I'd rather do that than have to come back in and like re-sow. So I found for me that works best. I did also not have room to do the leeks, or I was thinking about doing kohlrabi, which I've never grown before, but I didn't have room for kohlrabi, so I'm just not gonna start it. There'll be other seasons, and I really do want to keep my seed starting to a minimum. I really thought about it. I have another seed tray, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll go get that. And no, we're not gonna do that. Trying to conserve some space. So, got all these. I'm just like pressing in the arugula and the lettuce and things that just need to be kind of basically surface sown, but just pressed in a little bit. All right, now I'm going to mist them. I have like some little moisture, like the little tops on it. So I'm gonna just mist them, put a little cover on them, stick them under a grow light, which I'll turn on once they start coming up. And then probably plant these out maybe end of September. So it's gonna be a good couple months here before they're ready to go out, but this will get them started. Last season, I tried to not start things inside and just do a lot of things outside, and it really didn't work. For me, at least in my climate, starting these fall crops inside is the only way to really get a good productive harvest. Otherwise, they just don't have time to get going because there is that limited time in the fall, and the light starts getting to be less and things start growing more slowly. So this is a good thing to do. I did also direct sow a few things, and the corn, that was a couple days ago. The corn is already coming up. Amazing. If you haven't done some corn for your fall garden, like just throw some in just for fun, just for the looks. It's such a fun plant. But anyways, I'm gonna go get these set. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe this inspires you to start a few things for fall. And if you wanna know all the details about those varieties, as I said, check out that other video. So I will talk to you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.